Welcome to the Winbert Foundation Digital Inclusion Program. A curriculum vitae, CV, is one of the most important tools for securing employment. It provides employers with a clear summary of a candidate's education, work experience, skills, achievements, and professional background. A well-structured CV creates a strong first impression, highlights relevant qualifications, and increases the chances of being shortlisted for an interview. In this course, Basic Components of a Curriculum Vitae, CV, you will explore the essential components of a professional CV, understand the purpose of each section, and learn how to present your information in a clear, organized, and employer-friendly format. By the end of this course, you would be able to identify and explain the purpose of the major components of a professional curriculum vitae, CV, organize personal, educational, professional, and skills information into a clear and well-structured CV format. Develop a professional CV that effectively showcases their qualifications and improves their chances of securing job interviews. Module 1. The purpose of the major components of a professional curriculum vitae, CV. A curriculum vitae, CV, is a professional document that presents an individual's qualifications, skills, work experience, education, and achievements to prospective employers. It serves as a personal marketing tool that helps recruiters determine whether a candidate is suitable for a particular role. Since employers often receive hundreds of applications for a single vacancy, they typically spend only a few seconds reviewing each CV before deciding whether to continue reading. For this reason, every section of a CV must be carefully prepared to communicate relevant information clearly, accurately, and professionally. Understanding the purpose of each component enables job seekers to create a document that highlights their strengths while meeting employers' expectations. The first major component of a professional CV is the personal information section. This section introduces the applicant by providing essential contact details such as full name, phone number, professional email address, city or state of residence, and where appropriate, a link to a professional online profile such as LinkedIn or a portfolio. The purpose of this section is to make it easy for employers to identify and contact the applicant. However, unnecessary personal details such as religion, ethnicity, marital status, or passport number should generally be excluded unless specifically requested by the employer. For example, a recruiter who is impressed with an applicant's qualifications may be unable to schedule an interview if the phone number or email address is incorrect or missing. The second important component is the professional summary or career objective. This brief statement appears near the top of the CV and provides employers with an overview of the candidate's career goals, experience, and key strengths. A fresh graduate may use a career objective to demonstrate enthusiasm, willingness to learn, and relevant academic achievements, while an experienced professional may include a professional summary highlighting years of experience, specialized skills, and notable accomplishments. For instance, a recent information technology graduate applying for a help desk role may emphasize technical knowledge, customer service skills, and eagerness to contribute to organizational success. Another essential section is education. This component outlines the applicant's academic qualifications, including institutions attended, certificates or degrees obtained, graduation dates, and relevant academic achievements where applicable. The purpose of the education section is to demonstrate that the candidate possesses the knowledge and qualifications required for the position. Employers recruiting graduate trainees, teachers, healthcare workers, or engineers often place significant emphasis on educational qualifications. A graduate applying for a teaching position, for example, should clearly state their degree in education and any professional certifications that strengthen their application. The work experience section is often considered the most influential part of a CV because it demonstrates how the applicant has applied knowledge and skills in real work environments. Rather than simply listing previous job titles, candidates should describe their responsibilities and measurable achievements using action-oriented language. Employers are interested in evidence of performance and impact. For example, instead of writing responsible for customer service, a stronger statement would be resolved an average of 40 customer inquiries daily while maintaining a 95% customer satisfaction rating. This approach helps recruiters understand the value the candidate can bring to their organization. Equally important are the skills, certifications, achievements, and references sections. The skills section highlights technical and transferable abilities such as communication, leadership, digital literacy, problem-solving, project management, or proficiency in software applications. Certifications demonstrate continuous learning and professional development, while achievements provide evidence of excellence beyond routine job responsibilities. References, when requested, offer employers an opportunity to verify the applicant's character and work performance through previous supervisors or professional contacts. Together, these components strengthen the credibility of the CV and present the applicant as a competent and well-rounded professional. A carefully structured CV that includes all these components significantly increases the likelihood of securing an interview and advancing through the recruitment process. Module 2. How to organize personal, educational, professional, and skills information into a clear and well-structured CV format. A well-organized curriculum vitae (CV) enables employers to quickly identify a candidate's qualifications, experience, and suitability for a job. Regardless of a candidate's educational background or years of experience, the presentation of information plays a significant role in determining whether the CV captures the attention of recruiters. An organized CV is easy to read, logically arranged, free from unnecessary details, and tailored to the specific job being applied for. Since recruiters often spend less than a minute reviewing each application, presenting information in a clear and professional format significantly improves the chances of progressing to the interview stage. The first section of a well-structured CV should contain personal information. This section should be positioned at the top of the document and include the applicant's full name, phone number, professional email address, city or state of residence, and where relevant, links to a professional portfolio or LinkedIn profile. The information should be current and accurate to ensure employers can easily contact the applicant. Candidates should avoid including unnecessary details such as religion, marital status, ethnicity, weight, or passport photographs unless these are specifically requested by the employer. For example, if an employer attempts to invite a candidate for an interview but discovers that the phone number provided is incorrect, the opportunity may be lost despite the candidate's strong qualifications. Following the personal information should be a professional summary or career objective that briefly introduces the candidate. This section should consist of 2 to 4 concise sentences highlighting relevant experience, strengths, career aspirations, and value to potential employers. A recent graduate might emphasize academic excellence, internship experience, and willingness to learn, while an experienced professional should summarize years of experience, industry expertise, and measurable achievements. This opening statement helps employers quickly understand what the candidate offers before reviewing the remaining sections of the CV. The education and professional experience sections should then be arranged in reverse chronological order, beginning with the most recent qualification or job. Under education, candidates should include the name of each institution, qualification obtained, field of study, and graduation year. Relevant academic honors or certifications may also be included where appropriate. In the work experience section, each position should include the employer's name, job title, employment dates, and a concise description of responsibilities and achievements. Rather than listing routine duties, candidates should emphasize accomplishments using action verbs and measurable outcomes. For example, instead of stating, managed social media accounts, a stronger statement would be, develop digital campaigns that increased social media engagement by 45% within 6 months. Such examples provide evidence of competence and impact. The skills section should be positioned after work experience and should focus on abilities relevant to the target role. Candidates should include a balanced combination of technical skills, such as Microsoft Excel, data analysis, graphic design, or project management, alongside transferable skills such as communication, teamwork, leadership, adaptability, and problem-solving. Listing only skills that can be demonstrated during interviews or practical assessments is essential, as employers frequently verify claims made on CVs. Additional sections, including certifications, professional memberships, volunteer experience, awards, publications, or relevant projects, may be included where they strengthen the application and relate to the position being sought. Finally, consistency in formatting is just as important as the content itself. Candidates should use professional fonts, clear headings, uniform spacing, bullet points where appropriate, and consistent date formats throughout the document. A CV should generally be between 1 and 2 pages, depending on the applicant's level of experience. Before submission, it should be carefully proofread to eliminate spelling, grammatical, and formatting errors. Consider a graduate applying for both a customer service position and a digital marketing role. While the personal details and education remain the same, the graduate should adjust the professional summary, highlight different work experiences, and prioritize skills that match each specific job. This targeted approach demonstrates professionalism and increases the likelihood of being shortlisted. A well-organized CV not only presents information effectively, but also communicates attention to detail, professionalism, and readiness for employment. Module 3, How to develop a professional CV that effectively showcases your qualifications and improves chances of securing job interviews. A professional curriculum vitae (CV) is more than a summary of qualifications and work experience. It is a strategic marketing document designed to convince employers that the applicant possesses the knowledge, skills, and potential to succeed in a specific role. Every statement included in a CV should contribute to demonstrating value to the employer. Since recruiters often receive numerous applications for a single vacancy, candidates must ensure that their CV immediately communicates competence, professionalism, and relevance. A carefully developed CV significantly increases the likelihood of being shortlisted for interviews because it provides employers with clear evidence that the candidate meets the requirements of the position. The first step in developing a strong CV is understanding the job being applied for. Candidates should carefully study the job description to identify the qualifications, technical skills, competencies, and experience required by the employer. The CV should then be tailored to reflect those requirements without exaggerating or providing false information. Keywords from the job advertisement can be incorporated naturally into the professional summary, skills, and work experience sections. This is particularly important because many organizations now use applicant tracking systems, ATS, to screen applications before they reach human recruiters. For example, if a vacancy emphasizes project coordination, communication, and Microsoft Excel proficiency, a candidate should ensure these competencies are clearly reflected where applicable within the CV. A compelling professional summary is one of the most effective ways to attract an employer's attention. This short paragraph should highlight the applicant's strongest qualifications, years of experience where applicable, relevant technical expertise, and career achievements. Rather than making broad statements such as, "I am hardworking," candidates should present evidence of value. For instance, a digital marketing professional might write, "Digital marketing specialist with 3 years of experience managing online campaigns that increased customer engagement by 40% and improved lead generation across multiple platforms." Such statements immediately communicate measurable achievements that employers find credible and persuasive. The work experience section should focus on accomplishments rather than simply listing responsibilities. Recruiters are interested in understanding the impact a candidate made in previous roles. Each job entry should begin with action verbs such as managed, coordinated, implemented, developed, designed, supervised, improved, or achieved. Wherever possible, achievements should be supported with measurable results. For example, instead of writing, "handled customer complaints," a stronger statement would be, "resolved over 95% of customer complaints within 24 hours, contributing to improved customer satisfaction ratings." Quantifiable achievements help employers visualize the candidate's contribution and distinguish the CV from others containing only generic job descriptions. Candidates should also present their education, certifications, professional memberships, volunteer activities, and technical skills strategically. Certifications obtained through recognized institutions demonstrate commitment to continuous learning, while volunteer work can showcase leadership, teamwork, communication, and community engagement, particularly for recent graduates with limited work experience. Technical skills should reflect current industry requirements and be directly relevant to the target position. However, applicants should avoid listing skills they cannot confidently demonstrate during interviews or practical assessments, as employers frequently verify such claims through questioning or competency tests. Presentation and professionalism are equally important. A CV should use a clean layout, consistent fonts, professional headings, appropriate spacing, and bullet points that improve readability. The document should generally be 1 to 2 pages long and completely free from spelling, grammatical, and formatting errors. Candidates should proofread the document several times or ask a trusted colleague or mentor to review it before submission. Even minor mistakes may create the impression of carelessness and reduce an employer's confidence in the applicant's attention to detail. Finally, candidates should remember that a CV is a living document that should be updated regularly as new qualifications, certifications, achievements, projects, or work experiences are acquired. Consider the example of a graduate who completed a 6-month internship in project management after initially preparing a CV while still in school. By updating the CV to include measurable contributions during the internship, newly acquired project management software skills, and professional certifications, the graduate presents a much stronger application than before. Likewise, an experienced employee seeking promotion within an organization should revise their CV to highlight leadership responsibilities, successful projects, and measurable business results achieved in their current role. Developing a professional CV is therefore an ongoing process of presenting one's qualifications honestly, strategically, and professionally. A well-crafted CV not only reflects past accomplishments, but also demonstrates readiness for future opportunities, making it one of the most valuable tools in achieving long-term career success. We have now come to the end of this course. Thank you.